Hello, and God, I hope this microphone's working. Today, I'm going to be teaching you lot how to improvise. Now, improvising is my favourite thing to do on the piano. It's 99% of what I do on the piano. And a lot of people struggle with it. I definitely thought I'd struggled with it. But I'm learning now that you don't have to be some sort of crazy musician to be able to crazy good to be able to improvise well. All you need is basic knowledge of whichever instrument you're improvising on, in this case piano, and then you're good to go basically. Right, so improvising, just you need to keep a flow of it, otherwise it just doesn't feel right. And music is about feeling it, and if it feels right then it's good for you, and if it doesn't, it's not. So first thing I recommend you do, if you're not just going in just some random thing, pick some chords. Pick some chords. So, for example, I'm going to go with just a set of chords. There's something simple, just some major 7, minor 7, minor chords. And then keep those in mind. And the next thing you're going to do is figure out the best scale to go with that. So that in this case it would be the C minor pentatonic scale. No, it's not pentatonic scale, is it? It's more of a blues scale. Anyway, then you have these and you're going. And just try and match the chords with the note that you're playing. So, for example, this chord is great because it goes with pretty much anything there. You can play even that, really, except maybe these two here. But if you want to match something up with these two, you're going to want to play the minor and then. But you play in like a white note before it, or a black note. Play the note before you play that, because then if you go, it sounds okay. I mean, it's not going to be the greatest, but if you go, it sounds much nicer. It gives it more of a flow to it. Now we're improvising. We're playing. And that's cool. Definitely sounds good. But if we want to progress, we don't really stop there. So we're playing our single notes in the right hand at the moment. Here I've done like that, which are fourths, and especially in blues scales, minor blues scales, fourths work especially well if you're trying to play something jazzy. So fourths and thirds, fifths, basically anything that's not single note is pretty good. And if you want to really make your music interesting to listen to as you're improvising, mixing those in with the normal single notes is a very, very good idea. So we're playing. You can do the same with your chords, like add another note or take away another note, because that also sounds quite nice. It gives it a clearer sort of sound. So, because if you're playing, like, let's say this in one hand and this in the other, and that's your whole song, it's like and if you're holding the pedal on, which I like to do, can get really cluttered and kind of messy. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. It's not illegal, but something to keep in mind. If you're finding it difficult to improvise off the top of your own head, then a good idea to do is using a template, basically. So using a song that already exists and changing it up. So let's think of an example. Pirates of the Caribbean. I've got a little pirate thing from when I was little over there. So Pirates of the Caribbean. That one bit that goes. It's been a while. Oops. Okay. We can manipulate that to our will, basically, because it's such a nice, simple sort of thing that's happening. We can. It's kind of just, yeah, focus on finding simpler songs if you want to use a template, because if you find a complicated song, for example, well, then that's not going to be very easy to improvise, because it's got so much going on already. It's hard to add, and taking stuff away won't sound great, so that's more difficult. But something simple like this definitely would work. Let's give this a go. Not bad at all. So, voice crack. Jesus. So yeah, so now I'm gonna play something short, some improvised thing that's incorporating everything I've just explained, and hopefully it sounds alright. Let's go. I'm decided not to do a template. Alright. One thing I forgot to add is repetition. If you're struggling to find new things, repeating something can work quite well. Not completely, it has to move on at some point. But if you're trying to fill space, why you would do that, I have some idea, actually. I do it a lot. But you can play something really simple and repetitive. So you can play your chords, so long as something is happening. So you can play your chords with something else that's repeating in the round. See? Well, I think that's it with my notes for today. So, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one.